The entertainment world has seen many shocking lawsuits over the years, but every now and then, a story comes along that makes people stop, stare, and ask a lot of uncomfortable questions. And right now, that story involves one of the most powerful men in Hollywood, Tyler Perry. For decades, Tyler Perry has built a reputation as a self-made billionaire, a storyteller who turned pain into purpose, and a creator who gave opportunities to actors that the industry once ignored. His empire, including hit shows like The Oval, has become a symbol of success and independence in Hollywood. But suddenly, that image is under intense scrutiny. An actor named Derek Dixon has filed a massive $260 million lawsuit accusing Tyler Perry of harassment, manipulation, and abuse of power. The allegations are explosive, the details are uncomfortable, and the reactions from fans have been completely divided. Some people believe Derek's story immediately. Others think something about this situation doesn't add up. But then, Tyler Perry's legal team finally responded, and what they said changed the tone of the entire conversation. Because according to them, this isn't a case of harassment at all. They say it's a carefully planned hoax. So what really happened between Tyler Perry and Derek Dixon? How did their relationship begin? And why is this case now turning into one of the most talked about celebrity legal battles of the year? Let's go back to the beginning, because the backstory makes the situation even more complicated. Years before this lawsuit ever made headlines, Tyler Perry was already a towering figure in entertainment. His journey to success is one of the most famous comeback stories in Hollywood. Born into poverty and raised in difficult circumstances, Tyler Perry built his career from the ground up. He started by writing stage plays, often performing in small theaters with barely enough money to keep the shows running. Many nights, the seats were empty. Many times, critics dismissed his work. But Tyler Perry didn't quit. Eventually, his plays began to attract audiences who connected with his emotional storytelling. His characters felt real. His stories reflected struggles many families understood. And soon, Hollywood started paying attention. Movies like Diary of a Mad Black Woman turned him into a box office force. His iconic character, Medea, became a cultural phenomenon. And before long, Tyler Perry had built something most creators only dream about, his own production powerhouse. That's how Tyler Perry Studios was born. Located in Atlanta, the massive studio became a symbol of Black excellence in the entertainment industry. Actors, writers, and filmmakers suddenly had new opportunities. For many performers trying to break into television, getting cast in a Tyler Perry production felt like winning the lottery. Which brings us to Derek Dixon. According to court documents, Derek claims he first met Tyler Perry at an industry event in 2019. The meeting, he says, seemed like a dream opportunity. Tyler allegedly noticed him in the crowd, approached him, and asked for his contact information. For an aspiring actor, that kind of moment can feel life-changing. Suddenly, someone with enormous influence is showing interest in your talent. Not long after that meeting, Derek was given a small role in another Tyler Perry series, Ruthless. It wasn't a huge role, but it was a start. And in Hollywood, sometimes that's all an actor needs, a foot in the door. But according to Derek's lawsuit, things allegedly began to shift soon after. He claims Tyler Perry invited him to his home in Atlanta in early 2020. Derek says he accepted the invitation because he believed it would help him build a stronger professional connection. Networking is common in Hollywood. Actors meet producers, writers meet directors, and opportunities often come from informal conversations. But Derek alleges that during that visit, the situation took an uncomfortable turn. In his lawsuit, he claims he drank too much alcohol that night and ended up staying in a guest room at Tyler's house. And that's where the accusations begin. According to Derek, Tyler Perry allegedly came into the guest room and made unwanted advances while he was trying to sleep. Derek says he rejected the behavior and tried to move past the situation. But what makes this story even more complicated is what happened afterward. Shortly after that night, Derek received a larger role in The Oval, playing the character Dale. For Derek's career, this was huge. But according to his claims, this is also when the alleged messages started. Derek says Tyler Perry began sending text messages that felt increasingly personal and suggestive. Some messages reportedly asked about his private life and relationships. Now, this is where the public reaction became deeply divided. Some people read the alleged texts and said they sounded flirtatious, but not necessarily threatening. Others said the power dynamic between a billionaire producer and a young actor changes everything. Because when your boss controls your career, even casual messages can feel like pressure. Derek claims he felt trapped. He says he feared rejecting Tyler Perry too strongly could destroy his career before it even started. And that fear, according to the lawsuit, kept him silent for years. But here's the twist nobody expected. Tyler Perry's legal team didn't just deny the allegations, they went even further. They claimed Derek Dixon fabricated the entire story. Tyler Perry's attorney released a strong statement, saying the lawsuit is nothing more than an attempt to extort money from one of Hollywood's most successful creators. According to the statement, Derek intentionally built a friendly relationship with Tyler Perry while secretly preparing a legal case against him. The lawyer described the accusations as false, malicious, and opportunistic, and that response instantly shifted the conversation. Because now, instead of a one-sided accusation, the public is watching two completely different narratives collide. On one side, Derek Dixon says he was manipulated and harassed by someone with enormous power. On the other side, Tyler Perry's team says this is a calculated scheme designed to target a billionaire. And the amount of money being demanded, $260 million, only adds more drama to the situation. That kind of figure immediately raises eyebrows. Some observers believe it suggests serious harm. Others think it sounds more like a strategic number meant to force a settlement. And then there's another layer to this case that has people talking online: the alleged text messages. Parts of the conversation between Derek and Tyler Perry reportedly show friendly exchanges, jokes, and casual discussions about work. Some people argue those messages weaken Derek's claims. Others say victims often maintain normal communication with powerful figures out of fear. In other words, the same evidence is being interpreted in completely different ways. And until the case moves further through the legal system, no one truly knows how it will end. But what we do know is that this lawsuit has already created a massive wave of speculation. Fans who once saw Tyler Perry as an untouchable success story are now asking difficult questions. Meanwhile, others believe he is being unfairly targeted because of his wealth and influence. For Derek Dixon, the emotional stakes are also enormous. Filing a lawsuit against someone as powerful as Tyler Perry is not a small decision. Whether his claims are proven true or false, his name is now permanently tied to this controversy. His acting career, his reputation, and his future opportunities may all depend on how this case unfolds. And for Tyler Perry, the impact could be just as significant. For years, he has presented himself as a mentor and a builder of careers. Many actors credit him with giving them opportunities that Hollywood never would have offered. But allegations like this can cast a shadow over even the most successful careers. That doesn't mean they are true, but in the world of celebrity culture, perception can sometimes be as powerful as reality. And right now, the public perception is split right down the middle. Some fans say they refuse to believe Tyler Perry could do something like this. Others say they're waiting for the full truth before taking sides. But here's the reality that makes this story so gripping. This isn't just about two individuals. It's about power, opportunity, fear, and trust inside one of the most competitive industries in the world. Hollywood has seen many scandals involving powerful figures and aspiring performers. Some cases have exposed real abuse, others have fallen apart in court. So the big question now is simple: which category will this case fall into? Will Derek Dixon prove his allegations in court, or will Tyler Perry's legal team demonstrate that the accusations were fabricated? At this stage, the answers are still unknown, but one thing is certain: this legal battle is far from over. More documents may surface, more statements may be released, and eventually a judge or jury could decide the outcome. Until then, the entertainment world will keep watching every new development closely, because stories like this remind us of something important. Behind the fame, behind the success, and behind the headlines, there are always deeper truths waiting to come out. And sometimes the real story only begins after the lawsuit is filed.